driving home and I just got this strong desire to jump on here and say this. There's a group of people that's coming, that's being prepared and trained right now, that's going to be terrible. You hear me? Terrible for Satan and his kingdom. Yep. There's a group of people who won't care whether you invite them on your platform or not. There's a group of people who don't even need a platform. There's a group of people that's coming with no fear at all. Persecution, they eat like candy. There's a group of people who is not going to care about their delivery. How they get the message or the word out. Okay? There's a group of people who can care less whether you offended by what they say or not. There's a group of people that many of you are going to pray and want to get rid of them. Y'all gonna be like, get rid of them people. We need them other people back. Bring them other believers back. These people, we don't want them. Why? Because when they open their mouth, there's nothing but fire coming out of it. There's a group of people that's coming. They not gonna be all dressed up in suit and tie. They not gonna be all cute and pretty. They not gonna be all decked out in the latest. The group of people that's coming, they might look like the Walking Dead, but they coming with fire in their belly. So y'all gonna want us back. These believers that can relate, the believers, oh, God is love. Just repent. The kingdom of God is at hand. The patient ones, the kind ones, Y'all gonna wish we were back. There's a group of people that their only mission is to proclaim the word and the judgment of God.
These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite, that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adino, the Eznite. He lift up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah the son of Agi, the Harahite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground, and defended it, and slew the Philistines, and the Lord wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 30 chief went down, and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in an hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. Nevertheless he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. And he said, be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these three mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among three. And he lifted up his spear against 300, and slew them, and had the name among three. Was he not most honorable of three? Therefore he was their captain, howbeit he attained not unto the first three. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man. And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand. But he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. Asahel the brother of Joab was one of the 30, Elhanan the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Harodite, Elika the Harodite, Elez the Paltite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anethathite, Mebunai the Hushathite, Zalman the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Heleb the son of Banah, a Netophathite, Ittai the son of Ribai, out of Gibeah of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Parathonite, Hiddai of the brooks of Gaash, Abialbam the Abathite, Asmaveth the Bahamite, Eliabah the Shaalbanite, of the sons of Jashan, Jonathan, Shammah the Hararite, Ahiam the son of Sharah the Hararite, Eliphalet the son of Ahasbai, the son of the Maacathite, Eliam the son of Ahithophel the Gelonite, Ezrai the Carmelite, Parai the Arbite, Igal the son of Nathan of Zobah, Bani the Gadite, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai the Barathite, Amaberet Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira and Ithrite, Gareb and Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, 30 and 7 in all.
Yasha'Allah means he is a prince of power. So if your father is the most high, then what kind of power is he gonna bestow upon you?
In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
When you're a true power, you don't need guns. You don't need lies. You rule in truth because you are a true power. Just like Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And that's how we're going to be. We're going to reflect that on earth. We're going to be true powers, man. True power?
Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Hey, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I would like to start off with giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Kapadash. I'm gonna give double honors to the apostle and of the great millstone. Well, peace and blessings to the house of David elect. I'm gonna entitle this lesson, Power is Coming to Those Members that are part of the elect. I'm gonna word it in such a way, alright, because the video that I'm gonna put in the preview before starting this lesson, it all goes to show you that the Lord in these last days, when that times come, He's gonna give power into the hopeful members of the elect, chiefly the 144,000 men. All right. Matter of fact, just the 144,000 men, because you got the elect, the number multitude that consists of men, women, and children. But those who's gonna receive that power on this side is the elect, the 144,000. All right. Because the scriptures speak about it's gonna be a time like never before. Esau Edom gonna come down with great wrath because he know that he have a short time. All right, so he's gonna try to basically make war with the remnant of her seed, like it's spoken in Revelations, the 12th chapter. All right, but the Lord is gonna lift up a standard, and this is what Isaiah 59 verse 19 comes in. That it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west." All right, fear the name of the Lord, which is in all caps, which is Yahweh, from the west. That's talking about over here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And that's what the Lord gonna do. He gonna lift up a standard. When you go into that word standard in the blue letter, all right,
Strong's H 5127. Noose. Noose.
okay, noose. All right, it says to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly, in parentheses, to attack. All right, it says to put to flight, to cause to disappear, hide. All right, so this is like basically divine intervention that the Lord is going to allow the members of the elect to partake of, man, to where when the enemy come in as a flood, He's going to allow us to have spiritual powers to where we will be able to escape the wrath of Esau Edom. All right, by ways of spiritual intervention, divine intervention, by disappearing, to escape, so we can preserve ourselves to where, when that when the final strike hits, which is those thermonuclear missiles, Lord willing, we may be beamed up in those children. Lord willing, we may be beamed up in those chariots, man. All right. Lord willing, be those men. All right. So this is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. It says, "In that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David." All right, feeble. All right. Let's see what that word for feeble is. Feeble.
Strong's H 3782. Kashal.
All right, it says to stumble, stagger, totter, to cause to stumble, bring injury, to ruin, to overthrow. It says to make feeble, make weak, right? Because we're looked at as weak, lowly men. All right, we don't have a military, we don't have a Air Force, weaponry to defend ourselves compared to what this devil got. Okay, well, we put our faith in is the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Alright? Because the scriptures say it be many more that be with us than it is with them. Because we have a spiritual army, you know, starting with Yahweh, by Yahushua, and the Alahayim, the angels. Alright? And those of the elect men. Alright? That's the real spiritual military, man. Alright? But it says, to go back to it, says, in that day the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them in that day shall be as David. Right? Because David was of lower stature than all the rest of his brothers, man. Alright? It says, in the house of David shall be as the Alahayim. Alright, because when you go into that word, God right there. Alright.
Strong's H 430, entry 1. Eloach. Eloach.
Which when you
Second entry. Elohim.
yeah.
Elohim.
Which when you pronounce
And the third entry.
oh, come on, man.
Eloach.
Alright. When you pronounce that in the Paleo Hebrew, that's Alahayim. Alright, which is plural. And it says rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. Alright. So hey, the elect is gonna be as the angels, as gods, you know. And the Lord is gonna be the one who give us those powers, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. All right. So it says, and the angel of the Lord Yahweh before them, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Right? Because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Because through the curses we've been scattered throughout all four corners of the earth, man. You know, rather we've been taken out the land or not, we're still those people. All right. So it says, yeah, that's it on that. But yeah, man, the Lord is he's gonna make the most feeble amongst the elect be as David. And David, we know, was a mighty man, you know, a man of war and a man of the Most High. All right. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20. I'm gonna start at verse 19. Says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. Because that host means armies. Alright. The Lord is a man of war, you know. So the Lord himself, Yahweh, he's the man of war, of all wars, man. All right. It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy the kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his riders, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his riders, and with thee also I will break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. All right, because the Lord is going to use his the 144,000 as his army, man, on the earth, man, to take down the mountains and the hills of this kingdom, which represents the different governments, man, the higher up governments and the lower governments. And the Lord is going to do this by his men. All right, real quick, I'm gonna get Ezekiel chapter 25, verse. Ezekiel 25, verse verse 14. And I will lay up my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua power. Right? Because Edom is the so-called white man who is currently ruling the world. According to Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All right, we know that the wicked, according to Malachi 1:4, is Esau Edom, because he's the border of wickedness. All right, and these the last kingdom, which will be ruling in the last days, is the modern day Roman Empire. All right, the four beasts. All right, which is America, aka Babylon the Great. All right, which is ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, but the Lord is going to use his men to execute vengeance upon these people according to his anger, man, because our anger is not enough. And chiefly, this is going to take place in the kingdom, but it's also going to take place on this side when the Lord lift up that standard, man. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 26 verse 8. It says I'm gonna start at 6. And I will give peace in the land, and you shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. And you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. All right. So how can 5 chase 100 and 100 put 10,000 to flight, man? That's spiritual powers, man. All right, cause hey, you got Samson. All right, one of our forefathers, when he defeated a bunch of men with just the jawbone of an ass, man. All right, because hey, back in those days, our forefathers had spiritual powers, man. King David, man. Let's say he broke Psalms 18. Let me get that real quick. Psalms 18. Let me see. That's it. Yeah, Psalms 18. I'm gonna start at 30. It says, "As for the Most High, His way is perfect. The word of the Lord Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to those that trust in Him. For who is the Most High save the Lord Yahweh? Or who is a rock save our power? It is the Most High that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that my bow of steel is broken by my arms." So hey, he broke bows of steel by his arms, man. Alright, imagine doing that, man. That's spiritual power. Alright. So I'm gonna get this in Joshua, then I'm gonna end it off. This is Joshua chapter 23, verse 10. It says, "One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord Yahweh your power, He it is that fighteth for you, as He promised you." And the Lord promised of these things, man. He said He's gonna fight for us, man. Those that do the will of the Lord are there on the highways and byways, preaching the name and standing stiffly for the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and doing what He required us to do in these last days, so we may have hope and salvation, man. All right, and we have hope that the Lord is going to deliver us, man, in these last days, last days to come, man. All right, because we at the end of the end. when this society is about to fall and all hell's gonna break loose, then we're gonna need divine intervention to get us out of these things, man. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and exhorting. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle Nettles, a great millstone, who well. Peace and blessings to the house of David elect. With that, shalom.